Hi, it's Tamara Green, pelvic rehab therapist with Below the Skirt with Tamara, and I help you overcome uncontrollable bladder, return to pleasurable sex, and to become a postpartum champion, coming from pregnancy to becoming a postpartum champion. Will all allow you to live your best life below the skirt. I want you to know 1 in 3 women have issues with uncontrollable bladder. 1 in 3 women. So if it's you, if it's me, or if it's Virginia, of 3 of us, 1 of us has uncontrollable bladder. 1 in 3 women. That with that emotion of this feeling of the uncontrollable bladder, what comes with it? It's frustration, it's embarrassment, it's isolation, and it's also the settling of saying, hey, I'm just going to deal with it. No, you don't have to deal with that. And I literally hopped on just to say, hey, this is a beginning. This is about to be a beginning of a new week. You can say enough is enough. You can say, hey, I'm going to set the goal of overtaking or overcoming this uncontrollable bladder to in tune live my best life below the skirt. So what I do want you to do is know that you do not have to live in silence with this. If you are not having painful intercourse, if you are having painful intercourse, or if you're having urgency incontinence, that is where you're having that sensation like you can't control your bladder on the way to the restroom, or if you feel like you have to use the restroom less than 3 hours, that's urgency and urgent incontinence. Those are the 2 things that you don't need to. If you have those things, you do not need to engage in pelvic floor strengthening. Now, if you're just only having if you're having leakage when you laugh, cough, or sneeze, or doing any type of exertion activity, even going from sit to stand or jumping on a trampoline, you have the green light to work on pelvic floor strengthening. That is also called Kegel exercises. And I want to let you know you can start that today to allow you not to have the leakage that you're having. Now, you may say, hey, how do I do that? Well, I have a group. It's called Below the Skirt with Tamara on Facebook, Below the Skirt with Tamara, and I will definitely put it in the comments for that link. If you join that group, you can search through previous lives that I've done, and I specifically go step by step on how to properly engage your pelvic floor to be able to do a proper Kegel exercise. Many of us women think, hey, we know how to do that. What we're doing is holding our breath or we're tightening our butt muscles. No, we got to get that spot. We got to hit Virginia where she needs to be, engaging that pelvic floor muscle. So if you're saying, hey, enough is enough, I don't want to be frustrated anymore with my leaky faucets below the skirt. If I don't want to deal with the embarrassment of people knowing what's going on, possibly you may be someone who's having issues with wetting the bed. Again, that's a form of incontinence. If you're dealing with isolation because you don't want to tell anybody because you feel like you're the only one, or you're just wanting just to settle to say, hey, I'm just going to live with it. I'm just going to walk around with some Depends and some pads. If you want to say, hey, I don't want to do that anymore, join my group, Below the Skirt with Tamara, where it will allow you to live your best life below the skirt, showing you proper ways of doing Kegel exercises.